Hello Virgo, great to see you. Welcome to your Virgo May 2021 reading and forecast. I'm Nigel Saint James, for those who are stopping by for the first time. And great to see you subscribers, and you as a subscriber. Much love and blessings to you, as always. I always look forward to seeing Virgo. Now, I've also had the great pleasure of doing some one-on-one private clairvoyant readings for some Virgo men and women in the course of the last month. And if you would like to have a one-on-one clairvoyant reading with me, then just check out the information that's in the description box below, and you'll see how easy it is for that to happen from wherever you may be living in the world. Now we're going to draw 5 cards. 5 is all we'll need because they are jam-packed full of information, are they not, as you know from previous month's readings? And we shall see what there is. That was the 4 of Swords, incidentally. What's this one here? There's Temperance. 3 more. Now something for the middle. Whoa, the Fool. Doesn't really get much better than that. Oh, there's an interesting picture of the crocodile there. What does that crocodile mean, I wonder? I think the image will just work on me for the next minute or two, and then we shall see. There is the Death card. Not death as in ooh, but it's actually a very, very good card for you, particularly in the context of these. You've got that diagonal Temperance, Fool, and Death. Marvelous, powerful, mystical, good luck, great change coming through. There's a diagonal there of those major arcana cards. So it looks like it's going to be a good time. And finally, what's this one here? It is the 4 of Pentacles. Well, what a great looking spread. Why don't you come, sit down next to me. We'll have a look at the artwork on these cards together while I do the reading for you. Gee, I must say I have a very spiritual response to the images on these cards. Let's have a look at your first one here. What a magnificent central energy, the Fool. Well, let's look at the symbology that's on it, shall we? The Fool descends down to the conscious world of his new adventure. The crystal he holds in his hand symbolizes memory and gifts that he brings from his past journeys. The 8-pointed star that's up here is his guiding light, reminding him, as above, so below. The butterfly symbol symbolizes transformation during his journey. The Fool carries his staff that connects him to the heavens as well as to earth. The morning glories, no, not that morning glory, but the morning glories, these flowers growing on his staff, are forever blooming as a reminder of the possibility and opportunities that are always there regenerating in your life. The raven calls your subconscious, reminding the Fool in all of us that the magic in life is available when we quiet ourselves to sit down and just listen. Now there's crocodile here. Do you know, in the ancient days of Egypt, people couldn't work out the difference between male and female crocodiles. They knew they had eggs, but they never saw crocodiles mating. And so they assumed that life sprung spontaneously from the crocodile. Did you know that? Without any need for sexual union. And what this is talking here is life created spontaneously out of nothing. Now obviously there's a reference to the divine there, but also there's a reference to what you have in store for you now. The sun rising up, its dawn here, rises behind the mountains, representing a new day and adventure. The waxing crescent moon behind the Fool's head represents new beginnings. Now the white roses on the Fool's head, I think they represent a crown of innocence and purity. Remember, the Fool has no idea of right or wrong at this time. He is completely amoral, neither being immoral or moral. The Fool is on his way to test his instincts and explore new worlds. Now, astrologically, the Fool is associated with the planet Uranus. So this is talking to you at this time of originality, maybe some rebellion, unconventionality, free will, and sudden events. Now, the Fool doesn't really care so much at all for what society and others think. He works from the very core of what is true for his heart and will say so. He is not afraid to make mistakes. He knows the magic of life is being true to yourself. The Fool always has faith in spirit, life, and others. His trusting nature moves forward with an open heart. He represents the innocent child in each of us being birthed into the world in the purest from before society and people shadow our inner awareness. He has no attachment to the outcome of his journey. He is on the road of discovery, experiencing life's challenges, pains, and gifts. We're all on our individual journeys. Each completion of a journey starts us at the gate of another and has us transformed yet again. The Fool, in some respects, I think, represents the hero's journey or the heroine's journey, taking chances, leaping into the unknown, following your inner truth, trusting yourself, and embracing life's experience with the spirit of your life force. Change and a new cycle in life is offered up. You may be taking a leap of fate. Step into your personal adventure with lightness of heart and awareness of the true self. Let your intuition guide you through the unknown journeys that lay ahead. Be the fearless traveler. Now, I might have a look at this card of death next. The only reason being is that I just want to have a look at it. Just let me have a look at the imagery on this. Perfect. Wow, what a great image. What a great painting indeed. Now, in Egyptian mythology, actually, Nuit is the star goddess of infinite space. She swallows the sun each evening, spreading her starry blanket of boundless possibilities, rebirthing it the next morning. The golden stars above her body represent limitless possibilities and choices. She is the great mother who guards life and then takes it back. 3 suns in her womb represent life, death, and rebirth. The first sun is the setting sun, which she takes into the darkness of her body and death. The second sun is the seed of new life, gestation, which is then birthed into a new day, rebirth, the third sun. Nuit creates a starry portal here. Look at this image. It's like a window or a doorway, isn't it? And she creates this portal with the phoenix. Now, the golden phoenix represents rebirth out of its own ashes of death, rising from the ashes. The transformative phoenix represents rebirth and vision. Now, as legend has it, the phoenix burns itself, that is, burns its old ways, only to resurrect again, bringing a golden egg as a promise of the continual cycle of death and rebirth. Now, this figure of death here stands at the front of this portal. Death itself has no face. There is a silent, dark, quiet, empty void when something dies in you. It is a place one has to accept and enter. Death wears the grey robe of wisdom that is clasped with a white rose of purity, truth, and desire. Death holds the golden egg from the phoenix, the egg of rebirth in its skeletal hand, representing new life awaiting. And this butterfly that you see here, this flies into the dark, empty space to transform the dark void into light. Now, I have the feeling this month that death here promises that if you release what you cling to so dearly, it will transform the dark unknowing into the light of a bigger picture and perspective. As a cycle in your life comes to an end, the seed of something else is in the offing. Death of any sort is a fearful experience. Now, I can tell you from personal experience that shamanic initiation rituals take someone into a trial death experience, tricking the ego into thinking it has died a physical death, and then taking it back through the portal of rebirth into the world. When you go through your own cycle of death and rebirth, it raises your awareness to a higher understanding of your life's purpose. It is a sobering experience, and it is never easy. This, the reason, is why you fear it. But death represents challenging changes in your life, your remembrance of the transformative process that things... See, death is your protection against stagnation. The experience may leave an impression on your heart. It will definitely do so on your soul. As the waves of healing love and time slowly soothe the pain of the dark void within, your life can shift to embrace all, the light and the dark. And in your soul, you will know you are richer for it. Well, we may as well have a look at Temperance, seeing as it is sticking out here going, pick me, pick me. So here we go, Temperance. Who is Temperance here? Well, the Archangel Michael, the angel of the sun and protection, stands in the center of this image. The solar disk on his forehead signifies that he is the fire of the soul that enlivens, purifies, and transforms the human mind and emotions. Yeah. If you look at his chest, you'll see a red square and a 7-pointed star. The square symbolizes the reality of physical manifestation. He has a golden cup here as well. Now, I can tell you that it may be difficult for you to see, but there is a lion carved on it, representing the sun, spirit, and fire. And the silver cup, that has on it what looks like, what is that? Oh, it's an eagle symbolizing the moon, emotion, and water. Now, the angel's right foot steps into the water of the spiritual world, touching the crescent moon. You see that down there? His other foot rests on earth, the material world. Now, the stance symbolizes the daily integration of the combined worlds. Now, on the horizon, you will see the sun and the moon. Well, the silver road, which runs from the moon, it goes to the pool of spirit. The golden road, traveling to the sun, symbolizes the daily cycles of the rising and setting of the moon and the sun, and of the spirit. and material life ever mixing and blending into magical balance. Now, I think that the rainbow, which is behind Archangel Michael's head, is the rainbow bridge representing the connection between heaven and earth. The connection also points to finding your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The rainbow contains all the colors of the 7 chakras in alignment, symbolizing the pathway to inner peace and enlightenment. The rainbow is also connected to the practice of alchemy. I won't go into that now, but just mention it there. Now, the angel's rainbow wings, well, they further symbolize his commitment to helping you bridge physical life with the spiritual. Now, that's interesting symbology. So I think what this is telling us that temperance is bringing healing to you, inspiration, some sort of magic going on in your life, and it's sort of transformation that's going on. But didn't we also see that in the death card that was there? Temperance, calming energies can bring harmony and peace to anything that is in disharmony. Practice the art of temperance with your emotions, attitudes, and beliefs. The quiet, meditative energy that is here ignites the powerful life force within you to birth magnificent creations. The energy of temperance is alive, magnetic, and beautiful, inspiring you to become the creator in your life. Right, where shall we go to next? Well, we'll stay on this same horizontal line and have a look at, what's this? 4 of Swords. Okay, 4 of Swords, what do you have to say to us? Again, let's look at the imagery. In the imagery of the 4 of Swords, a young man rests in a sort of a hut of peace. He holds a medicine pouch to his chest, containing, I suppose, personal sacred treasures. The 3 bears are the guardians of his abode. Bears symbolize introspection. In the pond below swims the salmon of wisdom and inner knowing. Now, the 4 downward swords are embedded in the trees surrounding the hut, symbolizing time out from the world. The swords represent integrating the 4 levels of consciousness: mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. The stormy night symbolizes the chaos of life left behind. Now, when this 4 of Swords enters at this point where it was there, honor and recognize when you need quiet time. Are you feeling stressed or overworked or in a difficult situation with no solution in sight? Is your energy draining away and not being properly replenished? The 4 of Swords signals a time for convalescing and healing. This energy tells you, withdraw, quiet the mind, reevaluate, and open to possibilities that you have not considered. Go within and pray, but don't use words in your prayer. And renew your spirit. Step back into the world of life regenerated with a confidence and a new outlook. Sometimes just a little nap or a short walk outside will do the trick. Plan, if you can, a vacation, or treat yourself to a nurturing retreat or a spa. Create a safe, comfortable place to retire, giving you space to relax, to contemplate, and to recharge your energies. And then that takes us to the 4 of Pentacles. do you have to say, Four of Pentacles? Well, in this painting, the Four of Pentacles is an ancient stone portal. Symbols of the elements are carved on each of the elements here. There's fire, water, air, and earth. The waning crescent moon sits at the top of the portal, and that symbolizes a pause in time to gather information for future goals. Now the dragonfly, which is flitting around here, it's almost like the guardian of this portal. Dragonflies guide, metaphorically, us through the veil of illusion and to transformation. Now there's a swan floating rather serenely on this water here. And it's the water of opportunity for you. You know, the swan symbolizes grace and power, self-transformation and trust in spirit. And the sun, which is there, is, of course, symbolizing the eternal divine. Now, the good news is that with this card placed where it is here, this really brings success, stability, and security. A job or a goal has been completed. It presents a stable foundation to start putting new ideas into motion. It also signals a need to reevaluate your present values and goals. You might be holding on to something, such as an idea, a person, a situation, or a possession, or a job, that is really outworn and needs to be let go. I think this four presents spiritual expansion by understanding the differences of inner and outer wealth. It brings the opportunity to take a rest, just as this Four of Swords above there did. So it is really saying that this is a time for you to settle back, look inside. You will discover your personal power with this energy here, and you will transform the old into the new, just as the Death card was saying that is the case. This invokes the magical interaction of the subconscious and conscious self to explore your dreams and your purpose in life. The energy here brings new insights and inspirations for the future. It empowers your personal strength, bringing physical recovery and healing as well. Well, that's the way it is for you this month. Well, I really enjoyed doing that for you. I'm glad we had the chance to do that. It was really interesting, I thought. Did you? I think it's fantastic. I think this is going to be a good month for you. And don't you deserve it? You do deserve it, because you always put out so much, so it's time for you to get something back, I think. And anyway, until that coming back happens, remember this, and remember this always, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.